What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Today we are playing my first and possible last match of the Nugget Invitational. So, for those of you who aren't totally aware of what the Nugget Invitational actually is, it's an online tournament which is invite only, as is kind of implied in the name. That you can get entry to by qualifying throughout the regular season in Nugget tournaments. So I qualified with some live tournaments and some I top cut the major, and I think I placed top 8 in the Nugget Major, which is a huge online tournament, which is not invite only. And right now we're going up against 000 AJ. AJ, who is I don't know a lot about, to be honest. I know that he's a really good memer on Twitter, and that's honestly that's just about it. He's known for using a Shedinja team on Pokemon Showdown, and so yeah, just before we jump into this, guys, this is a 2 out of 3 set, and I'm going to be playing a little bit more seriously than some of my casual content. This is definitely this is a match that I'd like to win because it's single elimination, so if I lose here, I'm done. And so I'm going to be trying my best to win. Obviously, I actually didn't have time to change my team before this match. I would like to, if I make it through this round, I intend to change for next round, but unfortunately at the moment I didn't have time to change my team because I just didn't have time with school. So I have my notebook here, I've got my pen, and so I'm going to be playing seriously. So this one is, I have to play seriously, so this is just me in tournament mode. I'm going to try my best to actually focus and be in tournament mode. And yes, obviously AJ had the opportunity to counter team, so let's see if he predicted me to bring what I always have been bringing, which is my Worlds team. And he brought, okay, Shedinja with Executor. Okay, so he's got Groudon, Executor, Kangaskhan, Smeargle, Xerneas, and Shedinja. So this is definitely a tough matchup. It's tough for a number of reasons. Number one, ordinarily I'd want to bring Gengar or Hitmontop stuff for this kind of team, but because of Shedinja, it makes it a lot harder. So I'd want Rayquaza. He can't soak, so that means that I feel pretty comfortable leaving Raichu on the bench. But the question of Rayquaza versus Gengar is really tough. So I actually thought AJ might bring Shedinja, and so I have a plan for it. I'd honestly kind of like Rayquaza here. Rayquaza here would be really good, but I think I'm going to do this. So general game plan, I have 0 things to hit Shedinja outside of Will-O-Wisp. So I'm going to be counting a lot. If he brings Shedinja this game, I'm going to be relying extremely heavily on Gengar in order to win this game. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty close to unwinnable for me. Yes. Other things, it's kind of I have to watch out for Smeargle. I have to watch out for Xerneas sweeping. Shedinja actually makes this matchup really tough, so I'm going to go ahead and hit confirm. AJ also knows what he wants to do, so we're going to go ahead and jump right into this one. I'm definitely a little nervous. Having only one move that's 85% accurate that can be canceled by Lumberry to hit Shedinja seems just extremely foolhardy to me, but I still feel comfortable. I have a feeling AJ might not bring Shedinja, but let's see. So, Groudon Executor. Okay. Groudon Executor. That's interesting. So, we know 2 of the Pokemon he's brought, so he can't have... Well, he can have whatever he wants, actually, in the back, but he didn't leave with Shedinja, so that's good. My Intimidate will come out. Doesn't tell us anything at all about what AJ is actually using here, and he's going to go ahead and Mega Evolve his Groudon. So, the first thing I actually want to check is we're going to go to my window... Well, here. I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. That's not right. It's this. Okay, cool. So, we're going to go ahead and load up Showdown. You guys can see my teams because I don't have this as a new computer. So we're going to go ahead and check Executor's max speed at level 50 because I'm not totally sure. This looks like 107, so 117 at max, and my Kyogre I believe is 117 as well. Let's go ahead and check that. 117. So Kyogre speed ties his Executor, so that's really good to know. I'm going to keep this window open just in case, and we're going to go back to the battle. So, default. Here we are. We're back in the battle. So, just to kind of walk you guys through what I'm thinking right now, I assume this is Special Groudon. I don't know. If it's, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go ahead and fake out this Executor and switch into Kyogre. Hopefully going to gain some, a moderate... Oh, interesting. Good move on his part. So he knows what he knows what he wants. Shedinja comes in here, which is super interesting. That's not good at all. So this is actually looking really rough. I don't like this positioning at all. Ideally, there's not really an ideally here. I'm just kind of in trouble. So Kyogre comes in. Yes. Huh. And I don't really know what's ideal here. let's think about this. Where do I need to go? We've learned nothing, so except that I fake outed a Shedinja. So fake out goes into Shedinja, doesn't do anything, and he goes for a Thunder Wave. So it's T-Wave Groudon. And that's game. That's game right there. He T-Waved his Shedinja, so I can't win this game no matter what, because now that it's paralyzed, I can't burn it. So it's not Lum. So that was literally game one. So good move, like great play by AJ. That was really clever. And I don't think there's anything I can do about that at all. I'm going to keep playing this out because I need to learn more information. Like, for example, whether or not Groudon is physical or special. I almost switched to Shadow Ball Gengar, but I didn't. I almost put something else on. I almost put something else on Bronzong as well. So he's paralyzed. So we're going to go ahead and use Taunt here into Shedinja and Water Spout. Yeah, I think that's solid. So he switches out Groudon, not surprising, honestly. And he goes into probably, yeah, Executor. So I think there's actually a chance. So like this is kind of a problem with real life tournaments or online tournaments, is that ordinarily I'd feel fine. I could take him to timer. It wouldn't really be a problem, but unfortunately, because this is an online tournament, I'm not about to spend 56 minutes sitting here. Unless his only attack is something like, no, he would not do that. Shadow Claw. Okay, so that's important. Shadow Claw. Oko's Gengar. And I think that should be it. So Shadow Claw, Oko's Gengar. Yeah, because I like, even in the best case scenario, I don't think I can take up the time here. Very interesting. That went really poorly. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't intend for it to go this poorly. I think I'll do this. Fake out into Executor and switch in Bronzong. No. Let's go ahead and use Feint into Executor and Ice Beam into Executor. Trying to pick up the KO here. So he has Protect. We don't learn anything here. We weren't planning on learning anything here, so that's okay. Yes. Feint into Executor is going to break Protect. Shedinja's taunted, so we're not going to learn anything else. We know it has Protect and Shadow Claw. No, we don't know it has Protect. We just saw Shadow Claw. Yes. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I can PP stall here or anything like that. So he's going to go for a Parrot Paralysis. So that's fine. Again, I'm playing this out more for information from my part. I think it's pretty valuable to know as much as I can because his sets are kind of what's the problem here, not necessarily his mons. That was just a phenomenal turn one, and that's kind of like what, like, in a tournament that wouldn't work as well, you know, because like I could take him to timer and it wouldn't be a problem, and I'd feel pretty solid if this was real life, but it's just not. So Kangaskhan comes in here, and that's gonna look pretty bad for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch Hitmontop out into Bronzong and go for a Protect with my Kyogre. Because I can't skill swap Wonder Guard, you know, and there's nothing really I can do. Like, I can get Shedinja to -6, but that doesn't really do me any good, to be honest. So his Groudon comes out here. We will probably learn whether or not it's physical or special at this point. Definitely well played by AJ, honestly. Like, it doesn't matter because I can't hit his Shedinja, but still well played on his part. So this is stupid, and I'm going to tell you why this is stupid, because well, for a number of reasons. Because I have to play stupid mind games right now. So he goes for Shadow Claw into Bronzong, predicting that. We learned that it does about 72 damage at -1. Yeah, so that now he knows what I have, so he knows that I can't win. So I'm going to go Hitmontop back in and Ice Beam into Groudon. I'm going to try and find out the speed stats and the moves here. So I'll go back into top. Eruption. So that now we know Groudon is Protect, T-Wave, Eruption. So that's really valuable because this is kind of like, why does that? I thought Hitmontop lived that. That's twice I've been KO'd when I thought I would live. Yes. Interesting. So Ice Beam comes out, gonna do He must be modest. That must be modest. Not a lot of damage there. Bronze line back in. Again, we're just going to find out whatever we can. I don't expect it to be a lot. I'll go for a Protect Trick Room here. Doesn't really matter. Like, I can't hit that Shedinja. Yeah. So he switches out Shedinja there, which is actually a phenomenal play on his part. Great move on his part. Sends in Kangaskhan. What am I going to do in the next few games? What am I going to do to adjust to this? Because this is really, really tough. Eruption, again, didn't learn anything. Eruption comes out into Kyogre and Bronzong. Kyogre protects itself, so bad protect on my part. 102 all the way down to... Okay, so this is over. This is 100% over. It's been 100% over since turn 1. It's very rare to lose a game like this, to lose a game in VGC in turn 1, but that's kind of what happened. So I need to think about how to adjust game 2. Double Edge versus Return is really important to know. I don't think he'll let me see it, but yeah, still good to know. Fake Out, so not really any valuable information there, but that's okay. We weren't looking for that much information. And Eruption comes out. Age is doing a great job of not showing me what moves he has. 75 down to 28, so I think that has to be Modest Groudon. That's a little bit faster than my Kyogre. So I'm going to go for a Protect here. Sorry, guys. This is for information because I'm playing seriously. Hopefully, AJ will reveal a move. If not, if I was him, I'd just go Fake Out Eruption here. But we'll see if he reveals anything. He goes for Double Edge. So we did learn that. An Eruption. So, yeah. We've learned a good bit of information. We learned a lot of important information. But losing a game to a team like this, like losing game 1 to a team like this is super, super bad. So... that's going to be it, guys. I just got totally blown back. I hope you enjoyed watching me get totally crushed by Shedinja. Fortunately, this is a best of 3 set, so I haven't lost the set yet, but it's not looking great. But if you would like to see me attempt to make a comeback versus this absolutely terrifying team, well, then you can, because there's another game. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed this. Good game to AJ. Not over yet, but it's definitely looking rough for me. So we're gonna do my best. Don't worry. I'm not giving up yet. But if you would like to see the conclusion of this game, you can watch it tomorrow or whenever it comes out. Other than that, I'll see you guys for game 2. Thank you so much for watching.